Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the latest episode of Master Mike's Wrestling Paradise, episode 5 we're at. I've been off the past few days, I've been busy and stuff, so glad to get around to this show. Let's kick it off with Raw, which was on Monday and featured title change in the show. Nikki Ash defeated Charlotte Flair to become the new Raw Women's Champion. She cashed in her Money in the Bank title shot, and the crowd seemed to be into it. There's a big pop and reaction. I think she's going to be doing real well in the main roster with her gimmick, superhero gimmicks, since a lot of the kids like superhero stuff, like with the Marvel Comics stuff, and a lot of merchandise, which W's into the merchandise all the time, so she should do well. Also, we got the return of Goldberg and challenged Bobby Lashley as predicted. And also, John Cena showed up at the beginning of the show and issued challenge to Roman Reigns, which should be on SmackDown in like 45 minutes. I'm just checking, 45 minutes on SmackDown, and Cena should show up on SmackDown. I'll get into SmackDown later on as the show goes on. NXT continued the story involving Kross and Joe, Karrion Kross and Samoa Joe, and looks like we're heading to TakeOver. They're gonna fight. And Samoa Joe looks like he's been cleared. He's been doing physical stuff, so he hasn't been cleared. Doctors finally cleared him, so that's good for him. Not too much with Mandy Rose. She just was watching the women's event. It looked like she's going to be allied with Frankie Monet and Jessie Kamea, I believe. Yeah, that's right, Kamea. And they're going to kick out Robert Stone, it looks like. I don't know what happens to Robert Stone after this. Does he go to the main roster, or does he just stay in NXT doing anything? Nothing. I don't know. And TakeOver was going to be on SummerSlam weekend, by the way. It's going to happen Sunday after SummerSlam, which I believe is the 22nd. 21st is SummerSlam, it's on a Saturday, and the 22nd is TakeOver. That's unique. Usually it's like the Saturday would be TakeOver, and Sunday would be SummerSlam. Not this year in Vegas. I don't even know if TakeOver is going to be in Vegas. Right now, it's still going to... all the shows of NXT are at the Capitol Wrestling Center in Orlando. I wish they go back to Full Sail, the college, but they haven't yet, because I don't know if it's because of COVID or what. They just won't let anybody in. They should, though. The crowd was much better. That Capitol Wrestling Center is kind of dingy. It'd be nice to see him in Vegas just to get the big crowds and go to the arena nearby and get everybody from SummerSlam weekend. It'd be a good way to bring the brand back on the road. Because apparently they're going to be doing NXT's going to be doing house shows in the near future, so that'll be good. AEW continued the story where AEW World Champion Kenny Omega is going to be defending against Hangman Adam Page. It looks like all roads are leading to that at All Out in Chicago, and I like the way the storyline's going. You get the stuff between the Elite and Page and the Dark Order, and next week there's like a 5-on-5 elimination match where title shots will be in the run. That's when Page will officially be challenging Omega for the title at All Out. I still think Page should win regardless of who's coming in, which I'll get to at the end of the show. A spoiler for the next episode. Lance Archer won the IWGP U.S. title from Jon Moxley. So an New Japan title switched hands on an AEW show. That's good because there is going to be a relationship there. That's good to know. So maybe you see more people from New Japan coming over. It happened. I'm going to switch to Impact last night. Give you a quick thing. Jay White showed up and confronted Omega and the Elite. I thought it was really good. So I'm a big Jay White fan, and I wouldn't mind see him become Impact champion. Probably won't because he's over in New Japan most of the time, defending a never open title. But if we get him on some appearances here, it'd be good. And of course, Jericho and MJF continued their feud. This past Wednesday was the first Labor Jericho, where Jericho defeated Shawn Spears in the match where he couldn't use the chair, but Spears could. Jericho still won the match, and the second Labor Jericho, MJF brought out this guy you want to look up named Nick Gage. He's a king of the death matches, apparently. He's really hardcore. He's had quite a history. He robbed a bank without a mask on. Can you believe that? You rob a bank with a mask on, and you know cameras are looking at it? It's like, I don't know. I never seen much, but I know he had a match with David Arquette, and he ripped David Arquette. No, not ripped, but he made David Arquette bleed a lot. The guy's it's like cheese cutters. He uses cheese graters and pizza cutters and light bulbs. It's real. It's not hardcore. It's like deathmatch. It's like they call it like garbage. It's not like even like a hardcore match where you might use a chair or a table. He uses like pizza cutters and cheese graters and razor blades and lightning bulb fixtures, chandelier fixtures. It's like, I don't know. It's first time on national TV, so it's going to be interesting. All right, SmackDown tonight. We got, like I said, John Cena will be confronting Roman Reigns tonight. And Toni Storm debut, so that's going to be a good one. So far, those like the two selling... And match from last week, Bianca Belair defended the SmackDown Women's title against Carmella in a rematch from last week. That's going to be held in Miami because they're doing that Rolling Loud hip-hop event down there. So they're going to have part of the show, SmackDown down there, and the rest will be back in Cleveland. Miami and Cleveland. Two totally different cities having the same show simulcast. Tease for next week. Next episode, not next week. Whenever I do the next show soon, I'm going to talk about the rumors about CM Punk and Daniel Bryan, possibly joining AEW. It looks like it's going to happen. And, it's the big talk on the internet. Could be the talk of the wrestling world if this turns out. I mean, if they show up in the next... It looks like it's September in Chicago, All Out. Punk's there. And Punk is from Chicago, so that's a good one. I also hear rumors that the big show in New York, where they have an Arthur Ashe Stadium, they're going to debut in New York at Arthur Ashe Stadium. That's when Danielson will show up. It's going to be interesting if this happens, and this goes through, like, the next few months of AEW's reigns, where they're going to be competitive with Raw or whatnot, because Raw's going to be going head-to-head with Monday Night Football. And I'm not saying WWE's in trouble. They're not in trouble. They got billions and billions of dollars stashed away. So they're still going to be around no matter who's on the roster, pretty much. I mean, over the years, Hogan left, Austin, retired, Rock went to movie, Cena's left, even though he's back. They come back, Austin, Rock, Cena, they make appearances, but they'll be gone in a few, Cena will be gone in a few months. Goldberg was back, but he'll be gone in a few months. WWE's still going to win. They're not going to worry about that. But this is big with AEW. If they get Punk and Danielson and they do good and they elevate the new talent, I still think they got to work on the young talent, stick to the homegrown talent. If they could work Punk and Danielson in there with the young talent and give them certain programs to elevate the young talent, I think it'd be good. Let me see what the Reigns will be like in a few months with all this. Whether they go up or they go down. Right now, they just had like a 1.1 rating. I mean, I think they could, if Punk and Bryan are there, they'll definitely go up for the first month, definitely. It's what they can do afterwards. I hope they can continue the momentum. Could be interesting times in the wrestling business. Alright, I'm heading out. I gotta get ready for SmackDown tonight. Hope to see you later in the weekend. Have a good night. Bye-bye.